Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, Justin's Quest, and in today's video, my quest is to find out whether Zelda can hold her own in her own game. The Legend of Zelda Echoes of Wisdom is an action-adventure platforming puzzle game from Nintendo, and I'm going to be completely honest here, this is my first Zelda game.
What?
I know, I feel embarrassed. Even though I have never played one before, I am well aware of this franchise as I watched gameplay videos many times. I mean, I do feel ashamed as I haven't played some classics like Breath of the Wild, but I was never a Nintendo kid. I owned a Nintendo Game Boy and played Pokemon, but that's about it. So I hope my views as a first-time Zelda gamer might bring a perspective most people won't have, because I don't have any comparison to make to other Zelda games apart from the visuals. I have to say, this game was very fun. I really enjoyed it. Echoes of Wisdom's visuals are similar to the Link's Awakening remake that came out in 2019, and I was always fascinated with how that game looked. I absolutely adore this style, as the characters look like little miniatures because of the blur some areas have on the screen. It's like playing with small toys. And I do know for a fact that this game is the first game in the series to feature Zelda as the main character instead of Link. Maybe they should have called it The Legend of Link? Echoes of Wisdom features platforming as its crucial gameplay element. You get a little floating body called Tree, and it grants Zelda the power of imitating what's around her as echoes. Basically, you can summon things like tables, rocks, trees, beds once you learn them. This actually brought many fun and compelling puzzles. As you start with only 3 summons, you need to carefully think how to approach these puzzles. Most importantly, the vast variety of ways to approach these puzzles or platforming areas is impressive, thanks to how many things you can summon. I wasn't expecting this many things to be used for puzzles, which was a welcome surprise. It is never that difficult, but it gets your creative juices flowing. You can also learn and summon enemies. Once you defeat a new enemy, you can learn it and summon it. This is where the action gameplay kicks in. As Zelda cannot fight them, she summons enemies to fight them. It is a very fun approach to combat, reminded me of V from DMC5. The bigger and stronger the enemy, the more summon points it will take to summon them. But I have to be honest, the scrolling through the menu for the summons felt like a chore after a while. There are options to it like latest used or recently acquired, but still, they could have made some improvements on that point. At the start, I was just spamming bats. They felt so OP. After a while, you can literally imitate and transform to Link. And that is your classic Zelda gameplay. You can light and heavy attack with a sword, block with a shield and shoot arrows. But this is all on a timer. To extend the playtime as Imitation Link, you need to collect these blue bubbles floating around the world. You can also upgrade this timer as well as your summon points. And man, I love this gameplay. I was enjoying myself truly, but one downside was that combat felt samey compared to the puzzles. As you go further and deeper into the areas, the puzzles became more challenging and felt fresh. But the combat felt the same. Don't get me wrong, the combat was fun, but it only got juicier when you became Link. This made me want to play other Zelda games even more. The boss battles are super fun as well. Some of them come in waves, and once you defeat them, you can get upgrades. Playing as Link was super effective against the bosses, but I wish we utilized playing as Zelda as well. You can defeat them with summons as Zelda, but playing as Link is definitely more effective. I guess it's a good balance playing as Zelda most of the game and revert back to Link for some portions to please lifelong Zelda fans. You can also spin as Zelda to clear some grass, which in return will give you rupees. These are scattered around the map. Talking about the map, this game features a good hefty amount of map space, filled with different biomes and dungeons. The story is very simple, which I'm guessing is similar to other Zelda games, but it had its charms. I do enjoy simple yet effective stories where I don't need to think about it a lot. The game starts with Link going to rescue Zelda, as she is captured and needs saving. I know that's a trope these games have, but surprisingly, Link fails and gets sucked into the void. Zelda breaks free and her story starts. As you escape and reach the castle to warn your dad, who is the king of Hyrule, of this void that is incoming, him and his advisors get sucked into this void as well. I thought the story was going to be about finding and avenging your father. Zelda would be on a John Wick style mission as she goes through Hyrule murdering everyone she sees to find her dad. But no. He comes back as an evil version and imprisons Zelda, blaming her for the void. But the real John Wick ended up being this older lady. Just look at this. In the prison, Zelda meets Tree and gets her tree rod staff. From there onwards, this cute adventure of closing the voids and getting everyone back from it starts. Dude, this game is just super charming. Zelda was a silent protagonist. She spoke with actions rather than words, similarly to Link. And that was one of the problems I had. It would have been cool to see her speak and show some personality. Overall, The Legend of Zelda Echoes of Wisdom is a great time. I really enjoyed the game, and for it being my first Zelda game, I felt comfortable. I am eager to check out the other titles. And that is a good sign of a good game, to make new fans want to play more in the series. There are some downsides like I mentioned. The combat could have been more fleshed out or changed up a bit like they did with the puzzles. I also wanted Zelda to show her personality more rather than being a silent hero. The menu system for the summons could have been more user friendly, but it wasn't a big of a deal. This game is not a masterpiece, but I did not expect that from it. What I expected was a great fun adventure game, and that's what I got. This is a damn great adventure puzzle game. I had so much fun playing it. And yes, Zelda did hold her own in her own game. My score for The Legend of Zelda Echoes of Wisdom is a solid 8.5 out of 10. So everyone, if you like my video, please don't forget to give a thumbs up, subscribe and ring that notification bell. And let me know down below, did you enjoy this game? What was your first Zelda game? And which other Zelda game should get this style of remake? Once again, thank you for watching and I'll see everyone on the next video.